What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed some of this episode. I did, but I was happy though. I love the Robert and Diane scenes. I love them together, and I'm happy that they're actually talking about the Sunny thing. You know, her working for Sunny. Because if Diane and Robert are going to become a potential couple, I need them to get that out the way. You know, his issue with her working for Sunny. I need them to really talk about that in depth. So that way, if they do become a couple, it's not a problem later. Because I don't want to hear about it later about how Robert got an issue with her having Sunny as a client. She's had Sunny as a client for well over 10 years now. For 16 years, Sunny has been her client. 16, 17 years. Damn near 20 years. That man has been her client. I really don't understand what's the need to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? It's just dumb to me. And I love how Diane just puts Robert in his place about things. It's like, at the end of the day, why shouldn't Sunny be her client? She's not compromising herself for him, you know, and I love that about Diane. Like, she does not compromise her law career for nobody, not even Sunny. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he pays well. You know what I'm saying? The man keep her in designer. Like, who's not going to take Sunny as a client? Sunny, Jason, all of them. I mean, hell, the checks alone, the billable hours. Are you kidding me? Please, I would take them on as clients in a heartbeat. And not only that, and I love how she explained it. She was like, you know, not only is the money damn good, but it's the challenge. Because think about it, Sunny gets himself into so many crazy situations legally that Diane has to challenge herself to get him out. It's always a big challenge for her. And a lot of people that get into their careers, they like a challenge. That's why they get into those careers. I mean, of course, Diane can easily go into corporate law where she's just shuffling around contracts and mergers and stuff like that. And that's cool for some lawyers. Some lawyers, they love that stuff. You know, looking through corporate contracts and negotiating mergers and stuff like that. They live for that, some lawyers. But then you got lawyers like Diane. That's cool, but they like a challenge. Shuffling around paperwork and negotiating mergers, that's not really challenging for some attorneys. That's why they like criminal law. They like criminal defense. You know what I'm saying? So I love how she just broke it down to Robert. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, her working for Sunny has never really been a problem for her. You know what I mean? Yeah, the only problem she's ever had with Sunny was, one, he got into her personal business when she was dating Max. Two, he can be too damn demanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of her most problematic clients, because I do remember her countless times saying Jason was her favorite client because Jason listened to her. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't just go off kilter speaking and doing whatever he wanted. He knew to keep his mouth shut when the cops interrogated him and waited till she got there. And he just let her do her thing, whereas Sunny made demands of her. Oh, Diane, you need to do this. You need to do... That's what Diane couldn't stand about Sunny ass. You know what I mean? Like, he just made these demands all the time. But I feel like he's a lot more mellow with her now. You know, as the years pass. Like, he learned to be like Jason. In that retrospect. Let Diane do Diane. You know what I'm saying? She done kept your whole family out of the penitentiary. Let her do what she got to do. You know what I mean? This is what she's good at. So I like how she broke it down to Robert. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, this is big money for her. Even though she got a lot of other big money clients. But why not represent Sunny? You know, so I'm glad that they got that out the way and they cleared the ear on that. Now, as far as him, the car breaking down and whatnot, see what Robert should have did, because I know they on their way to dinner. Robert should have just said, the hell with it. Call AAA. You know, I know he got roadside assistance, but they talking about, oh, that's going to be 2 hours, 3 hours till they could get there. I'm like, man, listen, I would have just called the tow truck, said, listen, this is where the car is, tow it to your lot, I'll come pick it up. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Fix it, whatever, I'll come get it later. And I would have just took my ass an Uber and went to dinner, because I know my stomach would have been growling. Like, I respect the fact that Robert wanted to show he a man, you know, he could fix a car, but I'm like, listen, y'all got too much money to be sitting here trying to be on the road fixing y'all own car. Just send it to the mechanic, okay, and just pay the bill, and let's go out to dinner, because now he done got oil all over Diane and her designer. I'm like, Robert, sir, that's a designer, sir. You don't make enough as a DA to pay for that designer. I'm just saying, come on now, sir. You get oil all over her custom clothes, like, come on now. But I love how Diane wasn't really sweating it too much. Like, she put that jersey on and she rocked out with it. She didn't think it looked good on her, but Diane looked good in anything. And I'm happy her and Robert shared their first kiss. I said, go ahead. I'm glad they kissed. I said, it's about time. I hope y'all become a couple. I really do. I'm loving her and Robert. As long as he know his place. because Diane is definitely not one of those little housewives that just sit around and yes, dear. And Diane is a hustler. She about her money, so I hope he can respect it. Like, she's not the submissive kind, like, not in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe in the bedroom, but in other areas she ain't all that submissive. I'm just saying. So I hope he know what he getting into with her. So anyway, moving on from that, I'm not in this episode. I'm not going to talk about Michael and Willow. I'm not going to talk about what they were talking about because there's no point in me talking about it because we already know what the hell they were talking about. Sonny, the wedding, the kids, the cancer, of course. At this point, Lord, I know you hear me. Since you want to take your precious time taking Willow, why don't you just take me? I'm just saying, like, I would go a lot quicker than she's going, Lord. I gotta speak to the Lord real quick because he taking his little sweet time and taking her. So you might as well just take me. God, I know it'd be quick. This shit been going on for well over a year now. She's still here talking about this. Like, man, just die. I don't mean to be crass, but I'm just saying. How much cancer talk can I listen to? Good Lord, sound like an infomercial. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about them because they just getting on my nerves at this point. So anyway, moving on from that, I am so happy Chase got his job back. It's about time. And I know BLQ, she basically told Sonny that she done pulled in, called in some favors or whatever. She got some pull that kind of helped him get his job back. I don't blame her. What's the point of being a Quartermain if you're not going to flex that Quartermain muscle? I'm just saying. You're a Quartermain. Call in some favors. The hell with it. My only thing is, I hope that if Chase finds out that she called in some favors, he's not mad about it. I hope he don't get mad about that because at the end of the day, to me it doesn't matter how you got your job back. You got your job back. No strings attached, no conditions. You got your job back. Be grateful. It doesn't matter how. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't. Just be happy. So now he back on the force. So hopefully he could get in on this Victor stuff. And I'm just so pissed off that yet again we got Michael and Willow 2 days in a row. And no Victor, Spencer, and Trina. This is day 2 that we have not seen them. Like, I mean, we got to mention, of course, because, Valentine was bringing Sonny and Nina up to date, letting them know Trina got in touch or whatever. So at least we got to mention. But it's like, damn, like, I'd rather see. I will say this, though, real quick, doubling back to the Michael and Willow thing real fast. Because Willow did mention that, Christina, she's been distancing herself from Michael. See, that's what pissed me off, too. A lot of good stuff be happening off screen because that I'd rather see on screen to make this more interesting. Like, if you want to make this Willow-Michael stuff, cancer, more interesting, why not show Christina pulling away from Michael instead of talking about it? I'd rather see it. I'm just saying, it adds layers to the story, like a rather dull-ass story. At least make it more interesting by bringing Christina into the mix. I'm just saying. I don't know what Lexi's schedule is, but make it work. Do something. I'm just over it. So anyway, moving on from that. So we finally know what's going on with Mr. Gregory. So apparently he got ALS. I said, oh damn, ALS. My goodness. So soon enough, he's gonna lose all control of his movements. Now I see why he been keeping it a secret from the kids. Well, from Chase and Finn. Well, I can't call them kids, but you know what I mean. They 2 grown-ass men, but... But when people got kids, that's still grown, you be like, oh, we don't want to tell the kids, because they still kids to you, you know what I mean? Even though they grown, and, Finn got gray nose here and shit now, but still. He far from a kid, but... You know what I mean? But, I get it. He wants his sons to have more time in their lives, to live their life before they have to deal with him because soon he's not going to have a choice but to rely on them, And I wonder what's going on with his wife, his ex-wife, Chase's mother. Like, she just came and gone. You know what I mean? Like, they made a big deal about her coming on and we haven't seen her since, We haven't seen her. It's been, a year since we seen her? Maybe longer. I'm not too sure. Like, when's the last time we seen her? But I'm like, it's crazy how they don't mention her or what happened to her or him talking about, oh, I gotta call her at some point, let her know what's going on. But I get why he kept it a secret though. I get it, But I still think that it's time to tell them so that way they're prepared. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather them know now so they can get prepared and discuss options. before they get to that point where he is immobile and they have no choice but to like talk about it then. I'd rather you talk about it now. You know what I'm saying? Get everything in order now. But I felt bad for Gregory. I feel bad for Alexis because I'm like, another man bites the dust for her. Alexis is so unlucky in love. I mean, damn, she done had men die on her, leave her, just all type of stuff. I'm like, no wonder she forever single, because I'm like, damn, woman. Every man she get with, it's like she can't ever find no real happiness with him because they end up dying on her ass or have something wrong with them or something. I'm like, damn, you might as well just stay single at this point, Alexis. I'm just saying. Even though she only saw Gregory as a friend, but I definitely felt like there was gonna be something between them. But I'm like, damn, Alexis just can't catch a break in the men department. I'm like, Lord. But yeah, hopefully he tell them sooner rather than later. So anyway, moving on from that, I love that the writers haven't forgotten about the chemistry or the history between Nina and Valentine. I'm glad that they're still friends. You know what I mean? Because they had a wild ride together, Valentine and Nina. They really did. Like, their relationship was so unique, to say the least. So I'm glad that they still can catch up and talk and be friends and be there for each other. I was enjoying that. I already know Sonny's not going to be too thrilled that he didn't get a call about the wedding. Even though Michael now has to invite him because of Willow. But I feel like Nina probably going to be pissed that she's not invited. At the end of the day, I wouldn't care to be invited or not. I'm like, even if I was invited to that dumbass wedding, I'd probably decline the offer. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go to that boring shit. Because even the wedding going to be boring. Like, let's be real. They conversations every day are boring. So can you imagine the wedding? I mean, shit, if I'm going to be bored, I'll just stay home. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to go sit by nobody boring wedding where y'all just talking about that cancer. Oh, you stuck through me through the cancer. I can imagine how them vows gonna be, because Lord, listen, the day that wedding happened, I'm gonna mute the TV. I'm just gonna have the TV on mute because I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just saying, I don't. Just saying, they so dry. Like, they drier than toast with no butter. I'm just saying, like, good God. So anyway, moving on from that, Holly and them was really up there bidding. I'm like, cause the bid was at $1 million, and Holly was like, oh, I'm gonna do $2 million. I'm like, $2 million. Now, I don't recall if Holly is that well off or not. I don't recall, but I'm like, she was bidding some big millions. I'm like, man, where are you getting these millions from? I don't remember her being wealthy. I just don't. And then she had the nerve to bid $10 million. I said, $10 million? Ethan is worth $10 million? Well, I mean, that is her son, so I get it. I mean, most of y'all kids is priceless. I'm just saying. Not everybody think that, though. I'm just saying, like, you willing to mortgage your house to get your child back and all that? Not I. I'm just gonna tell my kid, good luck out there, because I can't afford you. 10 million. I'm like, oof, made me choke. And then they had somebody in white doing some bidding. I said, now wait, in white. I said, who the hell is this? I'm watching. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So Holly trying to sit there being all coy. Oh, I'm gonna have my account manager or whatever, my banker, send y'all the funds or whatever. That man said, He said, I got a tablet right here. Just put your bank account details. They was not playing with her. Like, man, that's not how this transaction works. We need payment right now. We can't wait days. Okay, we need this now. And I was like, I know she had to be bullshitting them people when she said, oh, my account manager gonna get in touch to transfer the funds. You know good and well you ain't got no you got $10 million, Holly. $10 million. She knows she was trying to play them people. So they basically told her ass, they said, no, since you can't give us the funds right here and now, we got to go to the second highest bidder. So this chick walk in white, and I could not believe it was fucking Tracy Quartermain. I said, Tracy, what the hell are you doing there? Tracy was looking good. I said, look at the new hairdo and stuff like that. I said, look at Tracy, looking all good, like a little goddess. Now I don't know why she wearing white, because everybody know Tracy ain't pure. So I don't know what you wearing white for. I respect it though that she was there to, get Ethan out and stuff like that. Trying to protect Luke's son. I get it. I respect it. I said, go ahead, Tracy. So of course all hell done broke loose because the men all thought that all the women was working together. Thank God Ethan freed himself. It was so much fun watching him and Holly and Felicia knock all them guards out. I was excited watching that. I said, go ahead and whoop their ass. Um, so now I'm guessing they're all gonna try to make a run for it back to Port Charles. I cannot wait to see Tracy. I hope Tracy come back to Port Charles real quick to come back and visit for a while and get caught up on the shenanigans. And I really want to see her interact with Lil Leo too, because I don't think she's been around Leo since he became her grandson. I don't think she has had any scenes with him since he was formally adopted by Nez. So I would love to see them together and have some moments. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see you all later. Peace.